2-2 over the weekend. The bats were absolutely hot in those first 2 games. What changed after that first doubleheader game that kind of hung around the rest of the weekend?
Well, I mean, we scored 20-something. That you don't do that whole lot. Wouldn't expect him to do that in games 3 or 4 either. I think they pitched real well. And then I could say I would say more just their arms. Obviously, the weather changed to wind direction, so that changes scores of the games, and I think you saw that. So, but we actually probably had a little better approaches on Saturday and Sunday, game 3 and game 4 of the series than we did the first 2 days. Just the runs didn't get them.
And then coming back home this week, I know that's always nice for the team and, of course, the fans. You've seen your team lose before and bounce back. How do they do that against this UT Tyler team?
Well, it's huge. And, right now we're, you look and we've got 2 guys that were a part of that national championship team right now on the field. And, we're expecting to have 5 or 6. So it's a pretty big difference. So I think the new guys are still having to sort of learn how to win and learn how to make plays. In one game we got beat. The other 3 are all 1-run losses, which I think it was us. And so we just got to continue to work and really battle and compete, because I think when we get all our pieces together, we've got a chance to be a good team. However, I always say in February and March, you can't play yourself in, but you can play yourself out. And so that's a possibility if we don't find a way to go get some wins here against some stiff competition. So just continue to, the strikeouts are better. They're going down, which is good. And then, we just got some guys, got to figure out how to play some new positions in a couple of days and do the best we can with that.
All right, Coach. Going on the road now, y'all are 4-4 on the season.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't lost any series, but you haven't won any either.
Right.
And this is to take nothing away from how hard it was to play at Portales or the duck field, But what do y'all have to do to get to the point where you're winning series consistently on the road as well as at home?
I don't think it has anything to do with home road. I think it has to do. We swept the worst team in the conference. We would have done it there or here. It's all about how we're playing. We can go play on Mars. We can go play anywhere. Don't think it has anything to do with where we're playing. We went undefeated on the road with this schedule year before last. So it has to do with the team now and how we're playing now, and that's really it. And so we have to play better, and basically.
You said last week that you wanted more production out of your 7, 8, and 9.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any progress with that over the last series?
A little bit. It's fluctuated on who we've had down there, so it's changed. Jackson Weatherly spent a little time there this weekend. Had a big home run for us out of that, and so still, I think we've just got to get more consistent, I think, in everything. And I think that's always the biggest key to athletics or anything you do in life is consistency. And I think it's something that's more difficult nowadays than it used to be. So we're trying to work on that, and then really just make plays you got to make to win games. Yesterday we lose 4-3. We drop a fly ball. We let a ground ball go between our legs. And that's something we don't do. Both runs scored, we lose by 1. The day before, we got a pickoff called. We throw a pitch, dude gets a 3-run homer. We lose by 1. Eastern New Mexico, we don't turn a double play, don't pick it. We give up a triple with 2 strikes, throw the next pitch to the backstop. That's our losses, and then we got beat 1 game. So the good news, all those things are correctable. 2, we're not playing good. We're playing not good. So to be 8-4 and play awful is not too bad. And actually, as a coach, you always go back and try to learn from past experience. And so this team reminds me so much right now of our 2017. It was a team that, we never had our lineup together all year, always people out and hurt. We lost our top 4 starters before the season started. We started out 7-5, which is one game better. Anyway, and it was a continued battle all year. I was even looking on where we were at in April, and we weren't really in too much better shape. And then, it all turned. Easter Sunday, we go win a game. We're up 15-1, hold on to win 15-14. Then win the next one 3-2, and then rolled from there and went to the World Series. So, you gotta understand it's a long season, and you gotta understand that you're gonna have dudes hurt, and you gotta have guys step up, which ultimately is gonna make it better, because now these guys, instead of having 15 at bats, gonna have 60, and you get a pretty good feel. But it is gonna be a dogfight for us to survive the next 2 or 3 weeks, and we just gotta not let the train go off the track. Try to get as many wins as we can, but it's going to be a challenge.